When we're making investments in marketing and advertising, usually new businesses concentrate on trying to survive. In other words, we tend to do all of our messaging related to what's the next big deal, what's the sale we got going on right now. Trying to do the very best we can to improve cash flow this week or this month. But it's important, if you have your sights set on having a business that stays in business for a long time, or like we say, the long haul, it's important to remember as we're designing these ads and marketing programs to remember to plant seeds in there that are encouraging people to stay with you for the long haul. Doesn't cost any more money. It's just a little bit of time, and being a part of your DNA and your marketing planning is always to remember to look at what's happening right now with your advertising, but also get the message in there, a marketing message for the long term that encourages people to stay with you and give them a reason to do that. That's our focus tonight, and I appreciate y'all being with us, no doubt about it. Long-term success is our goal, and trying to figure out how to do it and sharing information is the way we're going to approach it. I'm Steve Carver. I'm in Dunn, North Carolina, over on Interstate 95, about halfway between South Carolina and Virginia, about 100 miles from the coast and 100 miles from the Greensboro area. This is my presentation, number 1221. So I've been doing this for a while, about 19 years, and I'm glad to have you with us tonight. And want to tell you right up front, I'm not a lawyer or a CPA, just a fellow that's been in business for 66 years and counting. I had a good business day today, and I hope you did. And I look forward to every chance that we get. As Sonia told us earlier as we were chatting, every day is a good day to appreciate Thanksgiving, be thankful for it, and I certainly do. One of the main things I've done through the years is offer lots of advice. And the best advice I can give you, I feel, is to get a second or third opinion on getting your business started, on anything affecting your financial security and future. It's good to get a second opinion, and a lot of folks just don't know that they are available to you and at no charge. Because the Small Business Center organization across the state is designed specifically to help you, younger and older, no matter what generation you're in, entrepreneurs, grow your business, start your business, do things in your business better. And the Small Business Center is right there in each of our community colleges to help you do it. Just because they're in the community college, that doesn't mean they're there for the college students. Of course, they're always welcome to take advantage of that. But they're based in the community colleges because they're in virtually in all of our communities or close by and easy to find, but they're there for you. No matter what generation you're in or where you are with your business, they're there to help you, and they do a fantastic job. I've been working with them for 19 years. And I can tell you, it's thousands and thousands of entrepreneurs have gotten their business started through the help of the Small Business Center. Tonight, we're very fortunate to be sponsored by and funded by the Small Business Center in Bladen County, North Carolina, down close between Fayetteville and Wilmington, I would say. Terry Dennison is the director at the Bladen Community College Small Business Center, and she is a crackerjack, wide open, full of energy and steam director, and just looking forward to helping you grow your business. And you can call Terry. She'll meet with you either on campus there in Dublin, North Carolina, or over, and she has an office in Elizabethtown too with the Chamber of Commerce. So it'd be very convenient to meet with you, or she may come see you, depending on what your situation is. But give Terry a call, 910-879-5572. And thank you so much, Terry, for sponsoring this event. Now, a little special announcement. Next week, because of Thanksgiving, we won't be meeting on Thursday night. Hopefully, you're going to have a chance to be with your families. So we're going to change our meeting from next Thursday night to Monday night. So we'll go through our weekend, and then we'll crank it right back in on Monday for this session. And just so you'll know, I'll be giving the same program on Monday night as we give on Tuesday night. And you're welcome to join both nights if you like. But if you can, join us on Monday night. We keep this group together and move forward. Next week, we're going to be talking about the 4 main cornerstones to build a small business on for the long haul. I think you really like the program. We've got some good information to go with it. I have been keeping up with attendance and also sending out the study guides. That's why I do need for you to do the sign in and make sure I get your email addresses right. To do that, Cassandra, if you can, use your chat board if you have that option. Maybe on your phone you don't. But to get email address to us, or get my email address and text it, or my phone number and text it to me, or whatever.
Okay.
Study guide. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll send you an email so you'll have my email as well.
That sounds great. Thank you. So study guides are going out to you. They're really good ones, and I appreciate it if you would read them, take care of them. There's good information in there. And one of the study guides that I've just started this semester is giving everybody Facebook links to each other's Facebook pages and a challenge to visit your classmates' pages, your Tuesday and Thursday night classmates' pages. Tell them hello, let them know about your business, and get the sharing going on, and get used to using your free Facebook opportunity to do that. I am keeping up with attendance, because if you attend at least 5 sessions, you automatically qualify for a certificate, and that is either Tuesday and or Thursday nights. And also, the more if you go further with it and do the homework assignments and send them in, indeed you can become a member of the academy. And then each time you go to a new course, you can start your advancement upwards. So remember, keep on coming back, and we'll certainly look forward to putting you some beautiful certificates in your hand. Bragging on the folks that are with us this semester, Edna, thank you for your attendance and your input. We appreciate you so much. And Edna is a Academy Master Associate. She's been with us through lots of different courses. Brand new visitor came in way early in the fall, and then revisited us again the other night, Kahara Fritzi in Concord, with a really nice hair salon, and she's doing a great job with her marketing and advertising. I want you to take a special note at her Facebook page. She has 262 friends. That's people that's following her closely. But maybe more importantly, she has 2,500 followers and 8 follow her all the time at her business Facebook page. And that's pretty amazing for a new business. But it's just to show you that all of us, if we work it hard enough, we can get tremendous exposure through Facebook by adding friends and followers. And last week I gave you lots of tips on how to make that happen. I'll be glad to share it with you again. Z, Chloe, and Riley joined us as well. She has a nonprofit business designed to help veterans who are unhoused, who do not have a place to stay, find housing, and working hard at that. She has a faith-based business also, distributing apparel in different urban areas. So I'm looking forward to learning a lot more about Z's work. Notice her Facebook page, 3,400 followers, and that is a very amazing number. And I'm certainly proud of her, and we're going to be watching how she does that, and all of us trying to get our numbers up that we can. I've been working on it for several years and have just over 5,000 followers, and therefore the impact when I share messages on my Facebook pages, I get pretty darn good response, and I want y'all to be able to do that as well. A new guest joined us the other night, C. Johnson Sheffield in Warsaw. a delightful gentleman. He is a CPA and has been for lots and lots of years. I think he said 30 continuous years, and is also a real estate agent in the Cumberland County all the way down through central North Carolina. So we're glad to have Mr. Johnson with us, and he's really active too now in pushing his business. Great imaging, good messages. He's a experienced business person. Look forward to learning lots from Johnson. I love this picture. I found this picture of him that he's got, and also a new logo, CJS. So that's good imaging, a good smile, and it's what it's saying to you, or what it said to me. Hey, I'm a human being. I'm a person that can smile with you, get outside, enjoy the sunshine. You're just not looking at a web page. You're looking at a fellow in business. All of us should try to get that message across. And Jerome, I want to mention to you, I want some better photos of you, so we can do a better job promoting you, Mr. Mayor. How about that? Mr. Johnson, great imaging, great this and that, but you know what? He's got some things to learn about Facebook now. See, he's done all this work, but he only has 254 following him, and that's good. That's a whole lot better than none. But with a little bit of work, he can boost that up into the thousands, and therefore really get his message out to so many more people. And especially if you're going to be in the real estate business, that's the whole game, is getting your message out to as many people as you possibly can. Last week, Alicia joined us. She is a freelance meteorologist for TV and other media. Has some great Facebook pages, great imaging. I hope that Alicia will join back with us. I'd like to learn more about her business. Mansana James in Durham is starting her new business. She is in the recruiting and counseling, helping people find work, headhunter if you want to call them that. She's getting started with that, and looking forward to watching her business grow as well. Johanna Ramus in Mooresville is in the selling business on the internet. She buys products and bedazzles them, jazzes them up, and resells them on the internet. Apparently has been doing it for a while. Got a great image, doing a good job. Carolyn Johnson, how about that in Graham? She's been joining us regularly. She is starting a new business, Trinity Women's Physical Health and Wellness. She is a therapist now, and a physical therapist, and starting her own business. So we're glad to have Carolyn on board as well. Markia Payne has been joining us on a regular basis at Mint Hill over in the Waysboro area, and just getting her business up and started. Looking forward to getting more information from her. And Ed Romero in the Goldsboro-Albertson area has a very successful construction company. He started, when he started his business, he joined our classes at James Brunt Community College, I guess 12 or 15 years ago, and has been attending classes ever since, and really enjoyed his association. A new member in this semester is Nikki Harvey in Tarboro, who's doing lots and lots of dessert baking from her home kitchen, learning how to start a bakery and doing a good job with it. And the #1 roofing contractor in Charlotte, North Carolina, to be, is Sonia Roberts, and she's with us tonight. Thank you. Okay, I hear you. And getting Sonia up and running, and she has promised to send me some more photos and information about her and her business. And Becca McCoy, that's Dr. Becca McCoy, getting her new business started as a genealogical psychologist, and looking forward to working with her and seeing her business grow. She is going to be at the Expo, Entrepreneurs Expo, have a booth there at James Brunt. I think it's around the 1st of December. I'll get some more information on that, and I'm going to try to get over there and meet her and hopefully some more of you guys. Sherry McQuarrie is in Charlotte. She is writing her book, and I am honored to be able to help her proofread it as we go. And maybe in a month or two, we'll be able to announce the book. She's kind of keeping it secret now, and I'm looking forward to helping Sherry do a great job with her book. Kelly Gay in Tryon, a mountain lady. She's a real estate agent in the mountains over that way, and also loves her work as a soil and water conservation district director. So Kelly's a wonderful lady with great internet images and such as that. Our most senior Academy member is Sarita Sampson in Clinton. Sarita's with us tonight. Hey, Sarita. And doing all kind of work for lots of you guys, helping you with design, marketing, virtual assistance type stuff. So keep up the great work. And salute to the mayor of Clarkton, and thank you for your veteran service and Baptist men's service. Jerome Myers is with us tonight. He's thinking about starting maybe a couple of different types of businesses as nonprofits to help folks in his community, and what a worthy cause, and I'm looking forward to meeting Jerome in person really soon. Maybe one of the most inspirational things we got going on this semester is Hope Satcher is back in the game. She's a registered nurse, and pretty much when Hurricane Helene came through her community, it kind of put everything kind of upside down, and she's had to concentrate on her nursing work and such as that. But now she's back full swing in developing her Life Elevated Wellness Company, where she's giving webinars and seminars and retreats and work centers and working with groups and individuals, helping folks move forward with their wellness needs and such as that. So please take a look at the handout that I sent to you that's got the challenge on it. I've basically given you the clicks where all you have to do is just click on these different links, go to your classmates' web pages, just Facebook pages, just say hello, you're there, tell them a little bit about your business, and start the sharing process. And indeed, it's a good way to help learn how to do it and help get the word out there about your particular business. Back to the long term now. Each week we will be talking about and encouraging you to use your chat board, as I've been mentioning, to share information, ask questions. If you start sharing solutions. I noticed last Tuesday night we had about 15 folks on there, and I think everybody in class was sharing information over on the chat board, and that's just wonderful. I appreciate Sarita and Sonia, y'all kicking that out, and Edna, getting things started. I want the rest of you to join in, at least say hello and ask questions about what's going on. Get in the habit of doing this, and then as your Facebook numbers grow, you'll get better at it, and you'll learn how to communicate better about your business with email and such as that. So work it out. We want you to do it. Important here, this series is about how to stay in business for the long haul, but if you're just getting your business started or have particular issues on your mind, something that's troubling you, or what you can't figure out how to get to the next step, let me invite you just to share that information with me by email or type it in chat. You can just make sure your message just goes to me. As you're doing these chat messages, you can select who you want it to go to, or send me an email, and whatever the issue is, I'll do all that I can to help you with it, free, no charge. And if I don't know the answers, our directors will, and we'll certainly try to help you any way that we possibly can. Been doing it for 19 years and pretty darn good at it. So I'm challenging you to take advantage of the small business centers. Each week we'll be talking about networking ideas, what artificial intelligence can and can't do for you, customer service, hospitality, with the goal at the end of the game is for you to be in a league of your own. Some of you already are, no doubt about it, but being in a league of your own is a goal that I want for each and every Academy member, because I know that you can do it and we'll make it happen. So start networking now. I see some of you already are, is working all over on the chat board. Share your information every week with the folks, get to know each other well, and help each other any way that you possibly can. See, we got some brand new folks with us tonight. Jennifer, so glad to have you with us, and I hope you enjoy the program. And I see A. Wilkins, thank you for being on board. Y'all please do sign in over in chat, so make sure we get to know each other better and with your better class members. What did you do with AI this week? As we've been talking about for the last few weeks, it seems like every new week there's more and more being said on the news and in in the press, on the internet about what AI is doing good and what AI may be doing bad. I want to tell you, it can do lots of good things for you, and I just want you to open your eyes up to it and start using it any way you can. AI is just not for huge businesses or for somebody on the television or across the world. AI can be used by you and I every day. And I'm pretty much using AI in some way every day. I haven't had any major projects this week, but I plan to work on it and share information with you guys. So I find it real easy to get into with AI. If it's A to Z, well, I'm still down here at minus A. I'm just getting started myself. But the place I'm using it at is on Google search pages. Just like you're used to going to Google and typing in a search term to find something. When something comes up, if you'll look over in your left-hand corner of the Google search page, there's a place over there you can click that says AI, and Google will give you information concerning that search term. This is super important for you to learn to use that, because once we get into this long-term marketing that we're going to talk about tonight, that's going to be one of the best ways for you to get into planting long-term seeds by using AI to promote you and your business. Because if you've got it in text on the internet and it's properly done, for years and years and years, when AI goes searching for those search terms, it'll bring your information up, and you don't have to pay anything for advertising money on that. It will be promoting you at no charge for yourself, and that's a big deal, especially in today's world, big deal. We say and we preach and we teach that customer service is 40% of the reason that customers will come back to you for repeat long-haul business. 40% of the reason. So I like to talk about the different customer service tips, little tips that we can start using in our businesses week after week, year after year that will help people keep coming back. What I want to say to you in this world of the internet, webinars, indeed that a lot of businesses are having a tendency to become less human. We're shopping on Amazon and eBay and places like that, websites, and it's real easy to slip into the groove of all I have to do is put my information up here, take it or leave it, put the price on it, share some pictures and some information, and hopefully somebody will give me an order. And that hope is based on what the image is in the presentation from your web page. I want to tell you that will not work for the long term unless you're just the cheapest guy in town. If you want something to work for the long term, you've got to show that customer, that shopper, that you are a human being. I want to see some videos and some photos and messaging that creates smiles, that let people know that they can call you, you will listen to them, they can write you, send you an email, you'll welcome it, and they'll send you a text message. You look forward to having a relationship, a business relationship with these people. That's what's going to keep you going for 66 years as my companies have. It's the personal relationships. Now, there's going to be good times and there's going to be bad times. But if you've got personal relationships and raving fan customers, you'll be able to make it. You'll be able to make it through the tough times. Don't be a robot. Don't let your messaging seem to be a robot. Well, that was 40% of customer service is what's bringing them back, but 60%, 60% of the reason that most people will come back to see you year after year is hospitality. And having hospitality in your messaging gives an incredible power to you, because most of the world is not from North Carolina, where hospitality is a way of life over here, you know? You know what I mean? We're fixing to do it all the time. Hospitality, graciousness, welcoming people, making people feel at home. When you personify that and put that messages into your business marketing and advertising messaging, you're going to turn heads and they will stay with you. because people love to feel at home. They really do. Each week we've talked about a different business that's made it for the long haul and different reasons. And the purpose of this is I want you to start looking at your community, places you've been in your life, in your town, and places you've lived, or places that just amazed you on, this is a great business, and they've been in business for 70 years, and they've been in business 100 years or 25 years. Be the entrepreneur. Be savvy enough to say, wow, wonder what they were doing that helped them stay in business this long, because most businesses don't do that. Yeah, most businesses are in and out in 10 years. New business in and out in 3 years. But after that, maybe 10 years is the next plateau, and then it goes up from there. But it's very seldom that you see a business that's been around for 25 years or more. Small business, mom and pop businesses, personal loans. But one of them was Nathan's. Remember Nathan's in New York? Coney Island hot dogs, 4th of July hot dog eating contest. We had fun talking about them. And then last week I brought you in and talked about the Brightleaf brand. And most of you didn't know what Brightleaf stood for. Well, the name Brightleaf comes from flue-cured tobacco. Tobacco was the main money crop in eastern North Carolina and western North Carolina for a lot of years. I mean, hundreds of years, since Indian days. Tobacco was good. And when you cure tobacco, dried out, in the tobacco barns that you see out in the fields, that green leaf would turn golden yellow or brown, and it was referred to as the Brightleaf. So the Brightleaf name is used a lot over in tobacco country, and I'm in it right here in Dunn, which is close to Smithfield, where the Brightleaf brand is. So a packing company that was in Smithfield, Carolina Packers, used the label Brightleaf for their hot dogs and such as that. So I'm going to encourage you, when you go to your grocery store, if you see a Brightleaf hot dog over there, give it a try. You'll like it. They're red. I mean, they're really red. Tonight we're going to talk about Stacy's, and that's all I'm going to say to you right now. We'll talk about Stacy's a little bit later. No, well, looks like I'm going to talk about her now. Here's Stacy Holmes, a wonderful young lady who lives in Hopton, North Carolina area in Sampson County. Stacy's quite a lady and young, and has her own restaurant business named it Stacy's Country Kitchen. She is a young lady, but her business there has been there for a long time, and she's taken advantage of that. And that's one of the things I wanted to bring home to you. Stacy's claim to fame is hospitality. Second is just great home country cooking. So here's an image and a picture of Stacy's Country Kitchen early one morning about dawn, and this is the case that you'll see, because their breakfast business is fantastic. This building has been a restaurant for years and years and years, and Stacy was an employee there and had a chance to take over the business when the current owners decided to build a new location down in Sampson County. So the message here mainly is hospitality, but it's also to encourage you to look for a business location that already has a draw to it, that already has instant notoriety as a good place to eat or a good place to do whatever your business is. Because folks that are going to need a bricks and mortar business, this is really a good way to get your business kick-started in trying to start at a brand new co-location where nothing's going on. Let me show you how that works. So the incredible power of hospitality keeps bringing people back. So while Stacy's only been here for 7 years, this business location is 23 years old. People have been going to this location for good food for a long time. It started out as Debbie's in 2002, then Annabelle's took over management in 2009, and then Stacy took it over in 2018 with her restaurant. So she's getting the advantage, or she got the advantage to begin with, of almost 20 years of customers used to come in here. I had my lunch and a lot of my breakfasts with all three of these operations for many years. And before that, a place went out of business that I'd been out for a long time. Message again. If you can find an established location, it might give you a jump start and save you a lot of money getting started at that. Stacy has a very unfancy menu of just home cooking. She's got great fried chicken and pinto beans and collards and things like that you'd find at any country kitchen, and well seasoned, and a good loyal base of customers. This is what the store looks like when it's full of people. Home, a lot of people sitting at large tables with folks they had never met before. Others at private tables, but there's a lot of hospitality going on in this place, and it's kept it going on. Stacy's got a wonderful heart, a great Christian lady, great mom, and she's been recognized by the veterans organizations, always willing to contribute to their needs and helping them have special events at the restaurant. She was recently honored by the VFW. I got a picture of that there for you. But I want to tell you, whatever business you're in, there can always be a deadly curveball coming right at you. These curveballs can come from left field, from right field, from home plate. Just know as an entrepreneur, these things may happen. And we got some good examples here now. You guys that are over there in the mountains, when Helene came through, it was just total devastation for so many small businesses. And my friends, it can happen to me. It can happen to you. You always got to know and have kind of in the back of your mind a plan B. What can you do? Helene was especially harmful because it was flooding in an area there was very little flood insurance being purchased. And then no one having an idea of such a major catastrophe could happen this fast. But curveballs are apt to happen. But I want to tell you that whatever state you're in, please have a plan B if you can. All these businesses just shut down for months and months and months, and some of them will never open again. So those curveballs can come. But I want to tell you, when that curveball hit over in the mountains, let me tell you what Stacy was doing. Stacy closed her business 2 days a week so she could go over to the mountains and work. So on the weekends, they would cook up lots of extra food so that they could just be warmed up, put it in their trailers, and carried it over to a local church in the mountains, and they served free meals for 2 days. Came back home at night, ran her restaurant right here in Dunn, but then headed back out. That message got out here in town, and indeed it kind of solidified her raving fan customers for her breakfast and lunch businesses. Yeah, it cost her some money, but it bought her that love bought her a lot of respect and love that's still being repaid to her today, and I'll show you how. But she carried her crew, 2 vehicles, 2 trailers full of food, and go over and serve free meals to the people, the responders, and to the natives, residents who needed a place to eat a hot meal. So thank you, Stacy, for your willingness to help wherever you are. We all appreciate that. She indeed builds her business, and it's operating today by offering people a home. But deadly curveballs can come in different ways, my friend. And if you're planning on being in business for the long haul, just know that it's going to happen. Stacy's restaurant is located like here on this map. Here's the restaurant up here where my cursor is going around. And 3 blocks away is Interstate 95. That is the major artery of traffic through the eastern part of North Carolina. Hundreds of thousands of cars go by. And she's 3 blocks away with a bridge coming to Stacy. Well, the curveball, which was a major theater of new business to her business, the curveball came when it was time to build a new bridge. And what do you have to do when you build a new bridge over an interstate? You got to close the road. So 60 to 70% of Stacy's business from the interstate was just cut off. Several months ago, and maybe as long as a year to go, it's going to be cut off for a long time. And I don't know of many businesses, I don't know of any businesses, that can lose 60% of their business and stay in, no doubt. She was far enough away from the interstate that she couldn't get any compensation from the Highway Commission, so she just had to deal with what was going on. So what did she do? Well, it just shut down her lunch business, but her breakfast business from the locals from those raving fan customers that she just decided that she would open at 6 and close at 11 instead of staying open all the way through the noon hour to 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And she made that move. She had to change her employment staff, change what she was doing. But I'm so happy and thankful to report that Stacy's business is good. She may be more profitable right now because her breakfast business was most profitable to her than the lunch business, and because you would have so much leftover stuff every day at lunch. With breakfast, you're cooking to order, therefore you get paid for everything you cook. And indeed, she's going well. The message here, the lesson is, be prepared to make changes, otherwise you'll go down. If my dad and my crew through the years, if we hadn't been flexible and diversified, we'd have closed up a dozen times. Indeed, being flexible, be willing to change and build back. Now, I don't know that when that bridge reopens and she gets a good marketing campaign in to bring people in off the interstate, that she may go back to lunch and even dinner meals. But right now, she's coping with her local business. Indeed, if you've got a good local following, raving fan customers who love you and you treat them right, and with hospitality and customer service, you'll be able to make it for the long haul. Just as a little side, Stacy, next week is saying on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, anyone that wants a free Thanksgiving meal, come on in. She's serving basically the public, anybody that wants to come in. Those that want to pay can pay. She'd certainly welcome that contribution. But the message is, Stacy's Country Kitchen is looking forward to enjoying Thanksgiving with you and your family. And if you know someone that's hungry that needs a place to eat, bring them with you. That puts you in a league of your own, that kind of thinking, that boldness, that willingness to take risk, that willingness to change and become diversified. You can be in a league of your own, and I'd be proud of it to say that we're working together. If we want to go back to AI, what does AI say about a league of your own? And you can get any definition you want this easy. It's when you're better at doing something than anybody else. You're the best in a category. You're the best in skills and expertise and achievement. You're in a league of your own when you're excelling. And you don't have to be a business. You can do that as an individual. But when you can do it as a business, it just even has more meaning and emphasis on your entrepreneurship and how hard that you work at it. Go for it. I'm telling you, you can do it, and I'll be happy to help you get there. That's what we want to do. A good message to say is, when you're being a blessing yourself to other people, just like Stacy, when you're being a blessing to other people, you're helping them have a blessed day. And that have a blessed day is all over the United States. Now, I get that from people I do business with all across the country. Folks love to say, have a blessed day. But I want to say to you, let's take it to the next step. Let's us as individuals, let's us as our businesses be a blessing to the people that we're talking to. And when you do that, you're helping everyone have a blessed day. And that puts you in a league of your own. Old Jerome turned me on a few weeks ago when he gave me his I'm happy and having a blessed day, I'm blessed. I knew right then, one sentence from Jerome let me know this individual, and I've never met him before, looking forward to it, but I know right now he is in a league of your own because he's thinking like that. He's being a blessing to other people. Let's all emulate that and go for it. So how are we going to go about doing this marketing stuff? First of all, we're going to plan to invest in the future. I know you're planning to invest for getting started and right now, but making your planning thinking is I'm always going to put a sentence or two or plant some seeds in there for the long-term business. Surviving is a must. Thriving is an option. Surviving is a must, but thriving is an option. And I want you to know that option is not as hard to reach as you might think it is. To begin with, let me encourage you to think about advertising. Using the word advertising and refer it to short-term special products marketing for unique situations and products and prices or seasons. That's advertising short term. But marketing now is for the long term. Creating your brand, your reputation, your acceptance, comfort and trust issues. Divide those two up in your mind as you're thinking business. What are you doing about advertising? What are you doing about surviving? And what are you doing about marketing? And marketing would be thriving for the long term, for the long haul, okay? Remember, keep the two words separate. How are we going to do that? First, by doing what you're doing tonight. Let's sit around and talk about it a little bit. Develop a strategy where actually you've taken your notepad or your computer file, and you've actually started outlining the ways you're going to achieve these goals. Now, you can take the study guide that's been sent to you, or that I will send to you tomorrow. Take that study guide, and you can use that as a good working paper to get notes from. I've designed it that way, so you can make notes of how are you going to utilize these things we're talking about tonight in your business. So the word forecasting is going to come into play. Now, forecasting is a major, important business skill, and I want you to understand it and work with it. And if you're new to this entrepreneurial game and studying, I'll share with you that in January and February, I'll be giving webinars on the basics of getting your business started, the core topics, marketing, budgeting, business plan, marketing plan, how to find customers, how to find money, then get into skill sets, taxes, forecasting, negotiating, things like that. So if you like kind of the way we're doing things here, I want you to go ahead and plan to be with us in January through February on Tuesday and Thursday nights, and we'll keep this up and just give you a whole tool belt full of things to use in your business. So develop the strategy. Know that forecasting is going to come into play, and you need to write it down. Well, what do you write down? Well, first of all, do your market research. Understand what's happening in the market that you're going to work in based on your product or services. What is your competition doing, and what are your customers looking for? What opportunities do you think are down the road? You might say, well, Steve, how in the world would I even guess at that? Well, let me tell you, AI will help you. It's simple, going to Google and typing in what are the new opportunities in the world of whatever you're doing in 2026. And AI just spits you out worlds of information instantly. And not like you have to sit around and wait for it. It's going to jump up at you and just be incredible. Analyze your market data. Look at Facebook. See what your competitors, how they're marketing, what they're advertising, what they're pushing. And then visit with your other friends on Facebook and tell them that, you're planning on doing this or that. Would you have any suggestions? Open your ears, open your eyes, and you'll get lots of market research information without really spending a penny that can really help shape your planet. Then once you're there, getting back to what I said when we first started the program tonight, be ready to invest in certain things. Some things, price example, is here, it's a short term. But when you're thinking about branding, the name of your company, the name of your products, the reputation that you put out there, the logo that you have, branding is all about sharing your image into the customer base so that they remember you, they remember your slogan, they know that you're for real. Example, I can say, you're in good hands with who? You're in good hands with who? Anybody want to type that in over at chat? You're in good hands with. What's the next word? What's the commercial we see all the time? Yeah, you're in good hands with Allstate Insurance Company. We have heard that all of our lives. We know it's true. And so many other slogans like that. So if you and your business has a recognizable image, branding, that folks can keep remembering, then you're a long way along the road of having a long haul business, because you have a certain group of customers that already accept you as being genuine. Maybe they've never done business with you before, but they accept you as being genuine and a good place to do business. You need to brand yourself as a great place to do business. You need to tell the world that you're a great person to do business with. No one else is going to do it until you start getting in some really good recommendations and testimonials. But to get started, do it yourself. It's your responsibility to brag on yourself and let people know that, hey man, I'm good and I want to do business with you. Stay with me. I've put the message out there. For years, I've put out messages on my equipment company. This is a great place to do business. And when people see that hundreds of times through the years, you know what the message is when they talk to somebody? Hey, Steve's got a great place to do business. I've seen it all the time. I've heard it for years. Well, you create your own image and your own branding and your own reputation that way. The reputation's a little different. Yeah, you can tell everybody what a great guy you are, but nothing tells it like testimonials. Other people speaking to your reputation. And you getting that message out there and letting people see it. So it needs to be a constant. So you see, these two factors are all about the long term. And the long term is all about thriving and surviving for a long, long time. Another way that you can set yourself apart and make it for decades in business is to be really familiar with and willing to use guerrilla marketing. You ever heard that term before? Guerrilla marketing? Well, there's some great reading you can do on AI about it and such as that, but I'll tell you what it is. Basic, simple. Guerrilla marketing is your willingness to take chances, to take risks, to approach your advertising messaging and your marketing messages in new and different ways that nobody else is doing, in ways that your customer niche market bases will recognize that, hey, I like that. I like what he's doing there. As guerrilla marketing is bending the rules to the point to suit you. Guerrilla marketing is taking $1 and stretching every penny of it out to get maximum exposure out of it. Guerrilla marketing is that little ingredients where you are letting your customers know why you're better than the competition, what the value, and you never mention the competition. You don't have to. You just talk about your strong points, and you might say compared to some competitors. Be willing to say that. Be willing to show where that great value is with your guerrilla marketing effort. I'll give you an example. A lot of people say, well, I just can't afford billboard advertising, which we'll talk about a little later. But if you approach it in such a way that you can stretch those dollars out for years and years and years for return on investment year after year after year, maybe you can do a lot you never considered that you could. Think about that as you go along the way. Good information in your study guides. I want you to read it and such as that. It's being willing to engage with people like other people don't. A little term that I use that I'd say is guerrilla marketing. For over 20 years, I send out quotations for parts and selling equipment pretty much every day. And I make sure that in every quotation and every message we send out, we say a few things. Some of the sentences that I say is, thank you so much for contacting us today. We really appreciate you and your business. Put it right in writing or tell the customer on the phone. That is part of what we do. You are welcome to call me at any time and give them my phone number. Yeah. How many people are doing that for you? You're welcome to call me at any time. I'll look forward to it. Well, I don't have to answer the phone. I can take their message, but I do answer the phone every time I can. How many people are doing that? Almost zero. As a matter of fact, the messages I get from a lot of customers that are calling in, the first thing they say is, oh my gracious, Steve, thank you for answering the phone. I'm so tired of talking to answering machines. You know that feeling too, right? So That in today's world, that's guerrilla marketing. Be willing to make yourself available. It's that hospitality and customer service thing just coming through. Think about that. See how it can work best for you. So now, what's the long-term guerrilla marketing look like? It starts with you defining who your target audiences is. I like to call that name and list down your targeted customer groups, the specific groups that you're going to focus on. And then think about in such a way about how can I have a memorable, engaging campaign with that group? What's important to me that's important to them, and let's focus on that for the long term. Next, make sure that in my messaging, I'm talking about the value that I offer. Why we have the best product at the best price, and why you're going to be happier and have a happier ending with us than you will with the competition. Tell them why, and be willing to stand by it. And then you want to measure and optimize a lot of variables that with each group, with each product, with you, with every different company, there's going to be different ways that you can measure and optimize your markets. It might be seasonal. It might be unique to your region. But think about what is unique, and then put these ingredients into a structured plan and put it to work. We're moving now from laying on the pillow dreaming or sitting in the webinar just chit-chatting about it. We're moving from the area of noise to structure that works. That's the priority. Move from chit-chat noise to structure that works. If I can encourage you to do that, then I'm doing you a big favor that'll last you for years and not cost you one extra penny at all, none at all. Let me mention for the long haul, for the marketing, what do you need to be concerned about that you can do today that will help you for years and years and years? I don't tell you right now, it is content and community. Content is being willing to think about the messaging and put the sentences in that content that have a long-term exposure for you. Community is, right now, listen to me say, your long-term survivability is going to have a lot to do with what's happening in your local community. Your local community customers are going to be your best opportunity for Raven fans. Your local community customers are going to be the ones that you can get your testimonials from quickest. Your local community customers are going to be those that you can develop longer-term relationships if you're doing things right. And when times get tough, and you need the Raven fan customers for cash flow to make it work, it's those local community customers that will see you through first. You're going to need the content of this. You're going to need things that people want and things that people need, a good mix of products. Because if they need something and they're buying it from you, even if the economy goes down, they're going to keep buying the things they need. And if you're there, that means cash flow for you. But you also got to have those things they want to build up profitability and volume to really take advantage of good times. So be willing to engage locally. Now, being an internet business, that's a big challenge. When we were bricks and mortar, it was not a big challenge at all because I had customers coming in and local traffic every day and hundreds of people per week that we were dealing with locally. Friendships, we go to the restaurants and eat together and such as that. But now you lose that as an internet deal. So how do you pick it back up? You pick it back up by focusing on making sure you're getting the customer base information, the contact information from your local surrounding counties. It don't have to be right in town a few blocks away. I'm talking about within 50, 60, 100 miles. That becomes a local customer for you. Let's say when they are in easy driving distance from you in one day, that's a local customer. And when you start creating and building that group, then you've got an awesome, powerful marketing tool. So what can you do today What can you do today to get this ball rolling? Well, what you don't need to do is to put all your strategy in one package. Just doing one thing. The message is your customers have different ages and are coming to you from different generations. Different generations look at things different, they say things different, they shop different, they look at different things on the internet, or maybe not at all. Keep in mind that if you want a good audience that's going to be with you for a lot of years, you need to start serving younger generations now so that as they mature in age, they'll stay with you for years and years. I know this to be true because right now today I'm doing business with the great-grandchildren and maybe great-great-grandchildren that of the fellows that my daddy served when we opened our business in 1959. We're still getting family business because we learned how to work with the different generations. Now I'll tell you this, it was a lot easier to do that when you had a bricks and mortar business, because you were seeing these family members come in and create friendships and such as that. But now the more business we're doing on the internet, we have to work harder at that generational approach. Okay? In the next few lessons in this course we're doing this semester, we'll talk about what I call the generational thing. I think you'll really love the input there and open your eyes. It really did mine when I was studying and putting the program together for you. Adapting, being willing to adapt, you got to do it. Y'all may remember Blockbuster stores. Remember the Blockbuster stores that were in all the major shopping centers? Remember them? Where you'd rent movies? Blockbuster? You know what? They're pretty much gone, or at least in my neck of the woods. I don't know where a single Blockbuster store is still open. But I know that Netflix was doing the same thing, but they changed. Netflix decided you don't have to come to the store. We can electronically rent you movies. And man, have they grown through the years. That's a good example of being willing to adapt and not being willing to adapt. Sonia and Jennifer, Cassandra, Jerome, Sarita, Ed, and Tony, just put it in your pipe and smoke it right now. If I don't make it for the long term, I have to be willing to change and adapt. That's just the way it is, because the industry and the world changes all the time. Got to plug this back in, and I don't want to beat the horse to death, but AI, if we don't get into it, then we're out. All of our competition that stays in business will be using AI, and they'll be doing things different and better than we do. They won't be doing hospitality, and they won't be doing customer service, and they won't be listening to customers better than you and I are doing. But they may be getting their messages out every how they do it, well written, well prepared, good context, better than us if we don't use AI to help us with what we're putting out in the world. I like to talk about the look and the hook in marketing and advertising. The look is, by golly, you've got to have something that looks good and reads good enough to hold their attention. And the hook is having a really good call to action, a reason for people to come on, let's do some business right now. That's what we need to do. You might consider using chat boxes on your internet pages. I've had some customers, some give and take on that, where you can ask questions on the web page. Most of that feedback has been positive, but some of it's been very negative. I've had some people say that they put these chat boxes, robots, on their web pages, and indeed, after 2 months, took them down because they were causing them too much trouble. They just couldn't keep up with the negative parts of it. So I don't keep considering that before I recommend it. I will tell you that if you're looking at how you can divide your short-term advertising and your long-term marketing issues, come up with a list just like I'm giving you here, and that's where the screenshots will come in handy for you if you take the video recording I'm sending you tomorrow and do the screenshots. You can save this information and apply it for your deal. But for short-term results, you might want to use different medias and different methods to do short-term, and know that that's important, different options for you, and then put it into your plan. And for long-term, there'd be a different set of medias and methods that you would use. I don't focus on the long-term. I don't tell you that it is important for you to have your own website. It lasts for a long time. And once you get it up and running, it's the gift that keeps on giving for the long term. I want to tell you to get a My Business at Google account. My Business at Google account is a great long-term effort because it stays there a long time. It stays there forever. And if you start feeding good information, you sell price, you know what you got going on currently and long-term, people will find that before they find your website. My Business at Google account is a great investment. And lastly, I mentioned to you YouTube channel. YouTube videos are the hottest thing in the world right now. Not in North Carolina, not in the eastern United States, but in the world. People are referring to YouTube as the YouTube college. For you to take major advantage of that, you need to get into making YouTube videos for yourself, for your personality, for your business and your business pages and your products. 4 or 5 different categories of YouTube videos. Short ones, long ones, lots of different ways to use them. When you start doing this, you can create your own channel. And that is a website at YouTube devoted to your YouTubes, devoted to your videos. And you can categorize them and market them there. Fantastic. In the last 7 or 8 months, and I do business with folks on the internet every day, I want to tell you that I'm thinking that more than 50% of new businesses have come our way this year so far was generated through YouTube videos and our YouTube channel. That is an amazing statement. Last year, maybe 20%. But that number is skyrocketing up. I think one of the reasons that it is because videos are just becoming more popular, period. But number 2 is AI is using videos as a part of their answers back when you do a search term. Not only do they give you individual information on the product, but they also give you websites and they also give you YouTube videos. And that is very, very powerful because they're sending people to you that you didn't have to buy an ad for. So give that serious consideration. Where do you spend your interest and your time? I'm telling you, yes, your website needs to be number 1, but that can be expensive and quite time consuming. But you can be have your My Business on Google tomorrow by the end of the day. And that serves as a website. And you can have your YouTube channel as soon as you do your first video. You can go ahead and set up your YouTube channel. If you need help with or more information on any of these items, you can go to the YouTube college and just type in the search term and there'll be somebody there that's telling you how to do it. And I'm one of the people you're welcome to send me a message about what it is that you want to move forward with, and I'll do all I can to help you get there. How about that? And we got lots of people right here in our class tonight and on Thursday nights and Tuesday nights that will help you do the same thing. Let's talk about outdoor signs, long-term, long haul. Most of us just don't consider outdoor billboards suitable for our type of business. It depends on we're not car dealers or got regional restaurants or great big hotels or resorts. But that doesn't mean you don't need to consider outdoor signage. These little stick-up things like real estate people use, stick-up business signs, they're very effective for your marketing efforts, your advertising market. But that's mainly short-term. That's small, inexpensive, move it around, change it out for the seasons. But outside billboards Indeed don't have to be 40 feet long. They can indeed be just the size of a sheet of plywood, 4 by 8, and 2 4x4 posts buried in cement, and it's going to be there. And you can paint them, or you can put vinyl paper on them, advertising people to do images for you. Sign shops can fix images for you to put on those billboards. Now, let's say you've got $400 to spend. And you take that $400 and you buy your plywood and your post and a bag of cement, and you go up and you put your sign up, and you got it out there in the weather next to the road. Let's say you invested $365 of your $400. So let me ask you now, that sign is up there. How much per day is that sign costing you? $1 a day. 365 days a year, $365, $1 a day. That's pretty good investment, especially if it's a busy road with customers that you are familiar with and you feel like it'd be that you can get their business. But those signs will last 10 years, of course, with some maintenance and such as that, but just for chit-chat purposes. Let's say it lasted 10 years. That's 10 cents a day on that initial investment. That's dirt cheap, my friend. And indeed, it may say to you that if you can put these signs up around on different places and you get enough of them out there, you're going to get your message to people a lot. And now it gets back to the look and hook. Maybe you need to change this messaging to suit the seasons, to suit the changes you make in your business, price changes, new products, messaging that you put out there. You see, the sign is basically the platform. The messaging is what you add to it and take from it. Keep it up. Give that some thought. It indeed may open up a lot of information for you. So I don't address this because if you ride up and down the interstate, like this is between Newton Grove and Wilmington, you'll see a lot of huge signs up there that probably are costing $4,500 a month to rent for people. And people put these signs up right next to each other and such as that. Amazingly, sometimes we'll put the same message on all the signs. I took this picture myself. What is this about? In our lessons in the spring, we'll teach that people will miss seeing your ads 2 out of 3 times, no matter how good you do. They're looking away. They're just not concentrating. But the process now that you're seeing a lot of large companies see, they heard this lesson, they attended those webinars apparently, because these folks are making sure that if you don't miss it 2 out of 3 times, you're going to get this message as you ride by here, because they're going to put it in your face. Not only is that specifically risky because of cost, but it is specifically guerrilla marketing at its best, because they're taking the risk. They're doing something different in a big way, and because it is a big show, it's going to get people's attention. Now, they may not, I'm sure that these people rented these signs for long enough to feel like they were going to get enough investment out of it. But if it don't work, quit. Put something else up there, approach it differently. This is guerrilla marketing on the big scale. If you want to stay in business, you're going to need to stay visible locally. These signs can do that for you. Local newspaper, local print, signage at your house, whether or not you have a bricks and mortar business or not, get your message out locally. Let the people that you know and love know that you're in business. And the best way to do that is be on Facebook and keep sending that message out. Stay there. Send out a message every couple of days so people don't get tired of you, but they remember you. Being active locally is always getting a chance to have new business coming to you that has come to you from referrals. Stay visible, stay active, go to church, go to school, be seen. Let folks know that you're just not all about yourself, but you're willing to be a part of and a giver in the community. Be human, talk to people, listen, don't be a robot, and indeed you will have a chance a very good chance to make it for the long haul. Reminder, hope to see you Monday night, okay? Just if you're not, next Thursday you'll be on Thanksgiving, so we're going to do our class on Monday night. Thank you for staying with me. We've had enjoyed all of you staying here. I'd appreciate you turning your mics on and letting me know what you think of the program. If you have any questions, do that. You'll get a survey probably from the Small Business Center. Please fill it out. It won't take you but 60 seconds, and that helps them a lot too. So thanks for hanging with us. How about some comments?
Thank you, Steve, for doing this twice a week, and all the time you spend encouraging and promoting all the businesses throughout all your series that you committed yourself to help out small business. We really appreciate you, and we look forward to seeing you every time. I look forward to getting your study guides. I look forward to you encouraging. I look forward to your voice. Just your encouraging emails. We just really appreciate you. You're an awesome person. We're so blessed to have you in our life.
Well, you make me feel so good, Sonia. Thank you so much. And your work over on the chat board encouraging people, that means a lot to everyone too. So thank you so much. Tony, I hope you enjoyed the program tonight, and welcome to our first event. Everyone's looking forward to getting to know you and your business. And Mr. and Mrs. Wilkins, good to have you. And Cassandra, thank you for joining us.
Good night, Steve.
Good night, Sarita. I hope you're doing all right.
Yes, I am.
Good.
I'll probably call you tomorrow.
Okay. Sure you can. Sure.
Okay.
All right, like on the Waltons Mountain. Good night, John Boy. Y'all sleep.
Good night, boy.
God bless you all. Look forward to seeing you Monday night.